What's up, everybody? Tim, Scott, Zarek.
Coffee.
You're not going to go to sleep at all, are you?
Me? Sleep?
Coffee
I got
all
time
night.
to sleep. I got all these cool toys to open up today. Should we get like right into it and just start opening shit right now?
I don't know.
Okay, let's start. I'll start with something small. And we can.
No, I don't know. I think we should wait.
Wait.
Yeah, we'll do it at the very end.
At the very, very, very end. Make everybody wait.
Mostly you wait.
I don't know.
Okay, let's get into it.
I haven't really waited. I've kind of waited, but I haven't really waited. So let's start with the first thing. I know you were interested in seeing this, so let's check this little guy out.
Oh God!
I know you've already got one. But you don't have this one.
No, I don't. I want that one.
Right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this guy up here on the screen so you guys can see it. And let's make this one this way. Hold on. This way. There we go. Make this there.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, so my kid's playing video games, so there's a bit of a lag on this. That doesn't matter because my talking and everything's over there. So this is the Rally Edition version of the Maverick.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm talking about.
So I haven't seen one of these out of the box, and I thought, we got some in, and I figured, hey, what the hell? Let's take a look and see what they actually look like. And I also grabbed one of the other ones so we could do a quick little comparison. And plus, I got this knife, and I really wanted to get some practice using the knife before I get to the important stuff.
You got to remember to cut towards your buddy, not your body. Easier to say you're sorry, and you shouldn't have been there, than to be the dumbass that cut yourself.
You know that fancy packaging, eh?
Oh, yeah.
So what do we got in here? Instructions. Who needs those? Oh, isn't he cute?
So I'm just saying, with mine that I had it out, drove it, had a lot of fun with it. And the smiles per dollar value on this alone is unheard of. I had so much fun with it. I broke it once while driving to my house. And now I'm on the road to upgrade. I took it outside. I was going over speed bumps and launching it in the air. It's good times.
I just got to grab my cutter. Ow, that's sharp. I poked my finger with it. That hurt.
And you have all the footage from that. So
I do have all the footage for that.
Yeah, you do.
And that's why I'm thinking, I keep on wanting to shoot more footage and more things because I get all these really cool ideas in my head, and I don't sleep when I have these stupid ideas. But I should really probably spend like a week just cracking together footage and cranking out videos.
Yeah.
But my eyes start to go very bug-eyed staring at the computer screen for too long. Okay, so this comes with a USB nickel metal hydride charger.
Yep.
The adapters and everything that are in there. And a super tiny little controller. God, it's so small. Like, this is good size for a kid. Like, really.
Oh, yeah.
The steering wheel is so small. Like, so small.
Yeah, I gave mine away to Stefan, I think. He ended up with it.
Did you?
Yeah, because I took the speed control.
Oh, right. You modded yours up.
And we're putting in brushless action. Yeah.
Yeah.
And making it left-handed. So I think that was
right, because you're one of those left-handed freaks. I remember now.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's partially why I broke it the first time, because I was driving it. I might have went left into the wall instead of right or something weird.
Body's not that bad. It's kind of cool. So
Kinda
small.
cool.
Hey?
Just kind of cool. It's really
Kinda
cool.
cool. I mean, these are very hard tires for this one because there's not a lot of air on them, right?
Oh, perfect. Low profile. Those look nice.
Low profile, nice. I just like the overall look. I think that if I was going to get one of these little things, I think I might actually do the Rally, just because I like the stance and the look of it. And I think it's not everybody else has one of those.
This is the current situation in my car.
Oh, yours is in pieces.
Yes, I am in the process of making the arm stronger and upgrading with the steel shaft down the center to handle the power.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I'm going to take the arms and boil them so they have more flexibility instead of breakability.
You're going to boil them?
Yeah. Flex instead of break.
Okay, so let's compare. This is the car. This is the Rally car. Now let's check out the truck in comparison, just so you guys can get a quick reference as the difference in physical size on them. Because I know, they're in the box and they all say they're 1/18th scale or whatever scale they say they are. But who wants to look at them in a box, right? You want to look at them in real life. Don't you? I do. Okay, so there's that guy. Now let's bust out this one. So this is the monster truck. So this should be the biggest and tallest version of all of them, right? So in theory, we're going from the smallest platform here, which is the lowest profile and everything, to what should be the tallest and baddest. I'm not going to take all the remotes and everything out of the boxes.
I think you'd have to change the scale for that Rally.
I think you might be right, because that scale for the Rally, I'm going to look on the box and see if it says the same thing.
Here's where it lies, the weirdness in the whole RC world.
1/18 scale on the Rally, and it still says 1/18 scale on the truck.
10th scale. Take 10th scale off-road. You got your buggy, and then you got this big-ass slash. Short course truck.
Yep.
Is that 10th scale? I don't think so. And then you got on-road 10th scale. I got them right here.
Well, I think the best example I can ever find is with my good buddies over at Traxxas.
Well, that's
my good buddies over at Traxxas. They made a Summit and they made a Revo. And I'm not talking about the 1/16, I'm talking the originals. So the Summit and the Revo. Now they both are based off the same chassis, and they shared parts, a lot of them. Yet the Revo was classified as a 1/8 scale, and the Summit is classified as a 1/10 scale. So, anyways, there's your wheelbase. Like, this is the monster truck, but when you put them side by side, they're really not. This is actually bigger looking. Head to head, it's wider looking.
Yeah. Wide body kit.
Wide body kit. Right? But they're both classified as 1/18ths.
All share the same parts.
Yeah, they do. I mean, you take a look at the bottom here. The A-arms are the same. The chassis are the same. The wheels are different, obviously. The shocks are all the same. Oil-filled shocks on these guys, which is another thing I like about them. Like you said, dollar for dollar, these are a pretty cool little car, considering you can upgrade and fix parts, but there's also, you're not breaking the bank to get into it in the first place. So if you got your nephew or a kid that you're not really sure if they're really going to like it, or if they're even going to be remotely interested in it, then this is probably a better way to get started in it rather than breaking the bank. unless you're that uncle that will keep them at your house. And then when you keep them at your house, you end up, using it when the kids don't like it. Right?
Well, I think it's like how you roll. You're like, yeah, that truck there, that's not my truck. That's Micaiah's truck.
No, they're all Tanya's trucks. So let's compare. Let's compare. We got the full-size rally. We got the Subaru rally back here.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
You gotta bring that closer.
We got the kids rally right beside it. Right? Let's see if you guys can see that a little better.
And then you should put your drift car next to it.
Yeah, a drift car kind of fits right in between in the middle there.
And then what about a Mini?
Oh, well, you're gonna go there, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I'm going all over the place here for you.
Oh, okay, hold on.
My Mini's on the wall. Oh no, not that Mini. That's too many.
This is a Mini rally.
Is that also 1/18 scale?
No, this is 1/24 scale. But this is a rally. This is the Charisma rally. It's got a little brushless motor in it. I'm going to upgrade it, tune it up a little bit. The batteries that this come with are quite slow. I don't find them very fun at all. It comes with these batteries here, which are kind of crappy. But then there's the monster truck. So I just want to show you guys those, just to give you guys a perspective of to what the difference was between that truck and that truck.
Mini Monster Jam.
And then we can step up to the next level.
Or let's step back.
Step up, I think.
I think we step back.
Because the next one, like if I was going to get something and I wanted to do something mini size, I would do this guy here.
What's that? Oh.
The Mini B. And I'm just going to take this one out of the box as well because
you can.
I love these little chassis. I think they're...
That one there is double the price from the little Mini Rally.
No, not quite. It's only about it's 208. The Mini Rally, this guy here is 129.
So for argument's sake, twice the price. Is it going to be twice as fun? Is my question. It's miles per dollar.
I don't know. That's a good question. Driving wise, I think this drives better. So Maddox has one that's a brushless version, and I think it drives better myself. So,
but that's only 2-wheel drive. 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive.
This is true. We were ripping around in the shop with Ryan's today. This is a Maverick. And he does think it's a little tricky to get her to go straight. I'm going to do this without losing all papers. Now that one comes with a USB charger. You guys can see it there. USB charger, double or AAA batteries, and some small tools and stuff for binding and whatnot. But this little sheet here. So here's one of the reasons I like this one is because there's all this aluminum upgrade parts you can order for this guy. Right? So you can upgrade the crap out of this. And they do offer this little one in a roller platform now, where you can buy it with no electronics. You can slap in all those electronics that you're putting into that Mini, into your Maverick.
Yeah.
It's like Christmas. All right. It's got that satisfying when you put it down on the ground. Just kind of cool. So the controller on this guy, I'm not going to take it out of the package because I don't really need to. Controller on this guy is not huge.
Small.
Yeah, it's small.
How compared to the Maverick controller? Because I know it's handy-ish.
Is it?
Maybe.
It's bigger. Come out, wherever you are. Okay, there is the Maverick controller. There's the Maverick.
Maverick's a little bigger.
Well, it's not a bigger wheel though. The
No.
where you grip it is smaller. There, there's more light. So, yeah. I'm not going to put that back. Again. Where did I put the package for this? That can go there. This can go there. Anyways, so looking at this little guy. Where'd the package go? So this one here just, I think, has better performance characteristics.
Adjustable.
The suspension is just way flusher. The motion is just squishy. Aluminum chassis plate, not plastic. You know, it's got that satisfying thud,
Ka-chunk.
even though it's delayed. Yeah. But what's the delay? 1, 2. Oh, it's a 2-second delay. So there's this guy. I like this guy. I would rip these things around indoors. They'd be fun. If I was going to do like an indoor off-road track, I'd want a category for these guys because they're so small.
Yeah. I think they're the right size for the track because they're about the same size as a touring car, aren't they?
Yep. Yeah, they're pretty close. I mean, my I'll make this bigger here for you. The Drifter is the same wheelbase as a touring car.
Yeah.
So if you look at it here,
A little shorter.
it's
but
a little
same width.
shorter. So it's actually a little smaller, so I think it would fit the category a little nicer. Okay, so that's that one. Now, do we go big or small?
Well, you got me thinking now. You got the monster truck one out, right? The Maverick monster truck.
Yep.
What happens when you throw that one down the table? I'm just curious.
This one?
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
We change the lens here.
Yeah, change the lens there. Let's see what happens here.
All right. It's got a bit more of a bounce to it. Yeah, it's got more bounce for sure. So this one settles better.
Just gush.
Yeah.
Would you say it's twice as better?
No, but I'd say it's 1 3/4 better.
1 3/4.
Okay. So we got those. Now vote, everybody who's on here. You guys tell me, you want to go, what do you want to see next? You want to see big or small?
Reminds me of a joke I heard. Up or down? What?
Okay, what do you guys want to see? You want to see big or small? No, I'm not putting an X Max next to it. Well, we're still even, 1-on-1. Somebody comment. Somebody tell me. We got 1 vote for Fireteam. We got 1 vote for SDX24. We got 1 vote for each. Come on, I need 1 more tiebreaker here. Somebody tell me.
Thorsten?
13. Fireteam. 24. Zarek said 24 first. Ha ha. So we're going to do the 24 first.
But Gordon already said Fireteam first.
He said
Oh, Ryan says go big.
Oh.
Tim says 24.
Too slow. He's only saying that because he's already seen this. So these guys showed up today.
The be-all, end-all.
The be-all, end-all of micro RCs.
Micro RC 24 scale will never be the same ever again.
Never! Never! So let's cut this little sucker out of its cage and see what it thinks. All right. Oh God, I broke it. No.
I really get her out its cage there.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, out of the box, the double-sided tape that the Velcro is holding it on with is not oh so great. Now, I want to show you guys the controller, because I know there's other videos out there that have been doing unboxings on these, but this is my unboxing, so. Let's take a look at all the stuff that's in the box.
Oh, God.
So this is a upgraded version of the charger.
An upgraded version?
Yeah, this is a slightly different model. The other one was all black. This one's clear. You can see the circuit board on this one. You couldn't see the circuit board on the old one.
So
on the original one. So that was the one that was giving grief all the time, and everybody kept on having problems with their charger. So they've upgraded that.
Yeah.
Here is the controller. So the controller is different for sure. And I'll go grab the one. I have an OG one here. So let me grab my son's OG.
Might as well grab all three while we're at it. Grab the controller, the old truck. Yeah, it definitely looks different. Looks kind of fly sky-y.
Doesn't it?
We found a cheaper controller for you. Introducing the Fly Sky.
Yeah, right. So, okay, here's the new controller. And I'll turn them around here so you guys can see. Here's the original. So this is the first generation here. You flip them open. You can see that everything, there's dials on this one. And most of it is buttons on this one.
A little harder to screw it all up.
A little harder. Yeah, less chance of you beeping and bopping and screwing it up. Yeah, definitely. I'm just going to take a look here. We have
steering rate.
Yes. So we have steering reverse and throttle reverse. And we have a bind button in here. So they both have bind buttons. They both have channel reversal for channel 1, but they don't have channel reversal for channel 2, but that's probably because you can't get that backwards. On here, apparently, they think you can. So that's probably if you change out your motor or an ESC combo or whatever. So that's interesting to notice. Throttle trim is on here. Steering trim is on here. And steering drive rate is on here. So same controls. The old version had that low, medium, and high setting for the speed control.
Yeah.
The new version does not.
Oh, fail.
This old version says AX4, and I'm trying to remember, I think there are 4 channels on there, or 4 outlets, but this actually has, the new one actually has 4 controls. So your channel 3 is on a 3-position switch, which is on the side right here. Okay.
Okay.
And then your channel 4 is on a momentary. So that's just a push button.
Okay, so
actually mounted to channel 4, whereas the old version, your channel 3 was a switch right up in here. And it's a 3-position, but it was just this tiny little switch up here in the very top.
So very not accessible.
Very not easy accessible, for sure.
So my question is, I can't remember.
Oh, God, with the question.
Is there actually 4 channels on the rigs?
Well, let's find that out. Okay, so we've compared the radios.
I got one more comparison for you. Hold it in the hand and steer the wheel. Which one feels better?
Oh, the new one.
Ergonomical.
Mm.
Ergonomical test. Because the wheel
Yeah,
on that one is more forward.
The new one doesn't have batteries in it, so that's kind of a bit of a cheat. The old one has a heavier feel to it for sure. The new one's way lighter weight. It's a lot. The old one's made out of a thicker, feels like a higher grade plastic. The new one's made out of it's a lot more plasticky, tinny, hollow kind of.
Environmentally safe.
Steering feel.
Yeah.
The controls are all lighter on the new one.
I think I like where that steering wheel is on the new one. It looks like it's more forward, maybe a little more ergonomical.
That might be good, but if you're trying to drive one-handed, like a lot of people do, it's a bit of a reach.
I see.
Right? Whereas the old one, you could drive one-handed very easily because it was further back. So if you like to drive one-handed, hold a coffee in one hand and drive the machine with the other hand, the older controllers are better. Now, the trigger is the springs and everything on the steering and the trigger for the old controllers is stiffer. It's a way lighter pull on the new stuff. So that answers that question about those. In the bag, you get an axial sticker because everybody wants stickers. So that big bleach thing there,
it's bigger than the truck.
Yeah, it's bigger than the truck. You're right, it is. You can go right across the entire roof. Or roof, as they like to say down south. So AA batteries. It does have a battery or body post mount to replace the Velcro that's in the front of this. It comes with a 0.5 mil wrench and instructions. I don't know why they ever provide instructions. Nobody ever reads them.
Well, in the instructions, it tells you how to set endpoints in the steering, how to rebind it, and how to troubleshoot it instead of just bring it to the store and say, "It's broken."
Which is my proof that nobody ever reads them anyways.
Yeah. And one came in and it was wasn't steering. So I took the steering rate and turned that back up, and holy cow, that thing steered like no tomorrow. Had all the steering.
That's not as good as the best one I had, where the guy brought it back in and said it wouldn't turn on.
Do you tell him try rubbing it?
No, I told him to turn on the power switch. He was trying to turn it on with the channel 3 switch. Anyway, so here we go. Here's the new one. Now I do find it's kind of springy. It's got quite a bit of bounce to it. I do think that the springs are. I really wish they would make little oil-filled shocks for these things. These platforms have been so popular for a while now. They should have upgraded the suspension by now, I think. You can definitely tell there's more weight on the back with all this plastic detail stuff in here.
Ooh, look at that detail. Zoom it in. Oh,
I'll
God.
zoom you guys in a bit.
Yeah, having those other 2 rigs closer makes that look a lot smaller.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So this is the new Gladiator. This is the original Deadbolt. This is the Betty. So Deadbolt and Betty are pretty much the same wheelbase. the new SCX 24. And you can see the tire style and everything.
Looks like it's longer out the front and the back, eh?
What's that?
Is it longer out the front and the back, or is it just...
It's longer out the back, just out the back. The front bumper and everything is pretty much in the same position as it is on the deadbolt. Yeah. If you look at those two there, the bumpers are pretty much identical.
Yeah, it looks like it's a little longer in the front, too, from there to the center.
You think so?
Yeah, the frame looks like it's longer the front and back.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You're talking the links on the front.
Yeah, the links on the front.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's a little longer in the front for sure. So now these two, this is the Betty and the deadbolt. Pretty much the same. Same links and everything in them, right? Now both of these two have their body post pins. Whereas this bad guy has no pins.
Ooh, look how sleek that design is.
Now, that's how you open the hood on that one. Now this one, I'm just going to use this one because it only has one pin. So still a hinged body, which, everybody kind of makes out like this is a big deal because it's a hinged body. Hinged body is not a new thing. Hinged body without body posts going through is a new thing. Now
here's one unit looks a lot different, eh?
This one here?
Yeah,
this is their new electronics. So this is a lot better. Everybody's saying it's got a lot better feel and it seems to be a lot smoother running. I'm just going to look at it overall size-wise. It is identical footprint pretty much. It still has... Hold on a second here.
Hold on a tech.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see this. Zoom these in a bit better so you guys can see.
Oh yeah, zooming in more. Look at that tight camera angle. Toy.
Let me make this better. Let's go. Auto. All right. Everything's auto now. That should be better.
Auto.
Okay. So this one here, if I can get it to not reflect, there's no jumper in here. This one, the old style, has a jumper for your drag brake here. So this top part here, this says brake, and there's a jumper attached right here. This one here does not say anything. It says clear R3, and this says CL L2, right 3, L1. There's no jumper in this one. It says headlights and no jumper.
Does that one there have the 4 channels in there?
Yeah. This one has channel 1. Channel 2 is non-existent.
Because it goes out to the motor?
Because it goes out to the motor. Channel 3. Now, the old style, you had your steering, which would be channel 1. Channel 2 did have an output in here still.
Interesting.
And your auxiliary is channel 3. So they're running channel 3 and channel 4 separate on here. Channel 1, and it just completely bypasses channel 2 on the output of this. Now, this one has the BEC rating of 6 volts at 1 amp. And this one doesn't state it on the outside of it at all.
Sufficient.
Batteries are the same. Transmissions are the same. Motor is the same.
Servo?
Servo is an AS1 and an AS1. Let's look at part number 31619 and 316. So same part number, same servo. Tires are obviously different because they're a bit different body styles.
Same motor running in reverse?
Same motor running in reverse, still mounted in the same position and same style transmission. Yeah, they haven't changed that. I do notice on this one, and I don't know if maybe this was slapped together in a big hurry or something or what. I noticed that the speed controller is mounted off center on this one, and it's centered on this one.
That one must have been built on Friday.
This one.
4 o'clock.
Yeah, I think so.
But maybe that's more balanced.
So bouncy. Well, maybe if you wanted to run, like you can buy those little 2S batteries, like the 2S batteries that I have that we run in the Orlandos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can maybe stick one of those up alongside here instead, right?
Backup
Stick it up
battery.
and have more of your stuff up near the front.
Or do we call that the jerry can battery?
The jerry can battery. Yeah. Your extra battery. Or you can just, I don't know, strap a jerry can battery in here. See the jerry cans? Aren't those cool? Those are cool. It's not lagging anymore because my son stopped playing. See that?
Aren't those, what do you call those? Little ladder things?
Sand ladders?
Sand ladders, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it functional?
Yeah, they are.
Functional. Look at that.
Functional as much as sand ladders need to be on a truck this size. Sand ladders. There's the log. There's the truck. There's the sand ladders. Yeah. There's your sand ladders. All that fanciness, right? Can't even see them. They're so small. Yeah. Your sand ladders are a little small in scale for their tires. Usually a sand ladder in full size, it's usually about twice the length of your, like the overall diameter of your tire is kind of an average.
Or
for all the guys I've been out with. Hey?
Or whatever fits on your truck.
Or whatever fits on your truck. But it's a little twist to put that back on. It's kind of nice.
That's kind of cool.
Jerry cans don't come off. They appear to be fixed. There is you look down inside there, you can see that there's a simulated jackal in there. Right?
Nice.
And this does not open up yet. But I guarantee you that there is going to be a company out there that is going to make a new version of this that'll flip open. It's a little tent thing and your little ladder coming off the back and everything. I guarantee there's somebody making it. Yeah, somebody's already making it.
Easy up.
Easy up.
Easy up tent.
So anyways, I wanted to show you guys the differences between these. The OG. You got the OG SCX24. Pull this out a bit here. You've got the Betty, and then you've got the new family member, which is the tires are actually a little harder, firmer. These ones have been run. This one's been run. This one's never seen anything except for a shelf. And this one's literally right out of the box. So I found it really bouncy though.
It has a little more weight on it up top.
Well, this one has a lot more sway.
A lot more weight on that body.
Yeah, right.
Bigger.
You want to put? I'd want to put some grease or something on the shocks, just to create some kind of friction, some silicone grease or something of the sort. So, okay, well, enough fun with those guys.
Shock oil on there.
Shock oil.
150K.
Shocking shock oil. All right, okay. Now,
we gotta zoom out for the next one.
I might have to zoom up for the next one. Yeah. That's the wrong way. It's the wrong way. Well, that's not zooming in. Let's just zoom out.
There you go.
Out. Zoom out. Okay, so the next one's going to be a little different. It's bigger. Look at Gord. Is Gord waiting for this or what? Is Gord anxious about this one? I'm kind of anxious.
Gord, where's the fire? Calm down.
Where's the fire? So let's take a look at this guy because you're right, Gord. It is pretty cool. Yeah, right, Scott. I know. I actually saw the same post. There are 4 screws. It comes apart, and some guys have made some pop-up tents versions out of it. Good God. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to do it off of this camera first until I get it out of the box. Oh, I don't even know if I can fit in here. This is the Fireteam. And this
Box
is
and a box inside the box. A box
inside
inside
a
the box.
box, inside a box, inside a box, inside a box, and inside a box. And it's all sealed with Arma factory tough tape. Now, can I break it out of the seal? Yeah. Okay. So,
Designed to be tough.
hey,
Designed to be tough.
Fireteam. That's their claim to fame. Okay, so we got there we go. It is big and it is heavy.
You replace the guys with Halo guys driving around in it.
Yes. Okay, so here we go. Put it up here, start cutting this tape. Need a bigger unboxing spot for these big guys.
Spectrum Technology, Firma. Camo.
Winter camo. Whole winter soldier kind of look going on. Right? All right, so cardboard. Cardboard when they package these guys. There, bring this here.
3 hernias later.
Yeah. 3 trees later. Okay. I'm sure there's stuff in there I want to look at right off the bat. Let's make this one bigger.
Yeah.
And let's zoom this one out a bit more. Yeah, that's zoomed in.
Done, Kelly.
Yeah, it's fully zoomed up. It's as much as I can zoom up.
Protective film for a tough truck.
Protective film, which nobody uses. Now we got the
I
rubber.
get a kick out of that because you know that truck's gonna be upside down on its roof, like first pull.
Scott's watching.
It doesn't matter which truck you own. The tractor one has it on there.
Watching.
That drag truck's gonna be on his roof. Doesn't matter what it is.
This is Scott's truck. Don't tell him that. We're going to baby it and take real nice care of it. It's going to be all pretty. Not even a little bit.
Size of tires.
Yeah, right. I'm going to pull this body off here real quick while I have it sitting in this. Holy crap, the clips are strong.
Designed to be tough, even the body clips.
That body, God, that thing weighs a pound at least. I think that's probably more like a 2-pound body. That's heavy.
You got your scale handy?
I have it here, but I wouldn't say it's handy to weigh this.
We can all take bets on it.
Let's see what they send you with controls. So it comes with the electronics in it to run DSMR and all that kind of stuff, right? But the transmitter that they send with it is this Slt3 transmitter, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's not a bad transmitter, but it's not the full meal deal, full line one. It is a 3-channel, and it is proportional. It's got throttle that you can dial back. So you can dial back your throttle settings. You can dial back or reverse your throttle or your steering. This would be a power button. This side is your steering rate, your throttle trim, and your steering trim, and your power status. And then your ABC. Well, this trigger here is basically your 3rd channel. Pretty small.
Is there a left-handed edition out there? Yeah.
Hey?
Is there an RTR with a left-handed steering wheel?
Well, yeah.
No.
Like this. No, I don't know very many guys that are RTRs with left-handed until you start getting into some of the ones that are coming with the Noble. The only ones that I've ever seen that are the RTR are the ones that came with a Noble because you can switch that one back and forth, right?
Yeah.
So, what do we got in the bag? In the bag, we got stickers. And we have a nice big T-wrench in here that actually has a 17 mil. You guys can see that. It's actually got a 17 mil hex in there.
All of them on there. Spark plug.
It's even got glow plug holders. So this is basically a proper wrench, proper tool wrench. It's got some shims in here, which included shims to use if required after. Might have to open that up and see. Oh wait, Ziploc, so I can open this up without wrecking the bag. That's a good thing. What does it say here? Included shims to use if required after gears have bedded in. Add extra shim for tighter gear mesh. So that's a nice touch that they added some shims.
Ooh, for your diff.
Yeah, because not a lot of companies do that.
No, they let you run it until it's worn out, and then here's the new diff.
Well, here's the thing. Like this is not the second batch of trucks that were ordered. This one's been in stock. I ordered this when they first released these, and I just never got it shipped to us yet. So this isn't like it's a second, like it's version 2 or anything like that. So it's a good thing that came in the first generation of this. There's your different shock pistons, which Arma is really good at putting these in everything they run. They put these in. So you can change up the valving in your suspension. So if you like really, really big air and like smacking it down off the pavement really hard, you got your stuff. You can take apart your shocks and revalve it and change out your fluids and change out how fast they go. It doesn't really say anything fancy about them. Sometimes they're cone shaped instead of cylinder shaped.
Faster one way.
Yeah. So you get faster compression and slower rebound and stuff like that. Yeah, let's look at our body. So our body is pretty straightforward. It is mostly just a cage. You got body post here, 2 body posts here. This also comes down with 2 clips, which comes down and actually attaches down to the body better. This rides in the middle, right on top of above the shaft here. So the whole body actually sits on a, not just on your pins, but on some mounts.
That's cool.
I personally like the white more than black. And the little dudes with their guns, and as you can see, the guns are movable. Their heads turn.
True head turner.
True head turner, yep. Now this will be kind of a cool little one to go for a run because I just got the perfect camera for taking this out. Now, let's get to the big meaty part of this guy. So these tires are actually quite a bit firmer and harder than I thought they were going to be.
Meant for big air.
Yeah,
hard landings.
They have a surprising amount of sidewall strength. When I first watched them and I saw the videos and stuff, I kind of thought that this mesh kind of look here was going to be softer, a thinner rubber with the webbing, but it's actually quite firm. And then we've got they do have the decency of providing you with a jumper. So the jumper is so that you can run a single pack in here instead of running 2.
So what's rating on that one there? Is that 20S?
6S.
6S. So 2 3s, or you can put up 1 4.
Yeah.
Get warmed up with 4S, or take a relaxing, nice little jaunt with 3.
Hell no, we're going straight to 6.
Or we're gonna go Tim style.
Go straight to 6. And Tim style is straight to 8 or 12.
Take that rate out.
The travel's
in there.
It's got a lot of travel. I can put my hand underneath it.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Karate chopper. So that's good. It is we've already talked about all the ratings on this. 150 amp ESC, fan cooled. There's your little e-brake setup there. I don't know if you guys can see that very good.
Oh, yeah.
So there's your little e-brake mounted on a spring. That'll be interesting to give a shot and mess around with. I'm not so sure about these guys. These are kind of flimsy.
They're easy to get in and out of.
They should take a piece. They should take a hit. These big pins are actually guides for the body to help center it out. So
That's
there's
cool.
one there, and then everything just slides right on. The body post kit is the same as the rear body post kit is the same as a bunch of the other 6S line, and I believe this front body post is unique to this chassis. It's got this upper brace, good and strong, metal link, metal upper on here. You guys have seen unboxings. You've seen a lot of. They've been around long enough now that everybody's kind of gone through them quite a bit. So the next time you see this guy, it's going to be
running on 3.5S. Oh, for a Sunday drive, nice and easy.
3.5S. Where do you get this half-ass stuff from? That's like half-assed.
Yeah. Oh, for a nice Sunday drive, nice and easy.
Right? And then I'll show you guys the batteries that I decided I'm going to run in it. So normally I'd run a set of Spectrum batteries because they're good batteries. But I was looking at the way these mount, the way you got to stack the batteries on top of each other. So we're going to run these ones instead. So these are Gens Ace 3S batteries.
Oh, you got the pin in there, aren't you?
XT50s in them. But the reason I chose these is because the wire comes out on the end. They're hard case. So that's good. They're a little bit larger capacity. They're 53s instead of 5000s, which we had for the Spectrums. EC5, which works with the IC5 ends. That transmitter doesn't tell you any telemetry or anything anyways, so it doesn't really matter about the gray wire that would normally tell you all that other stuff. But these have no wires coming off the top or bottom of them. So these will stack. The other ones that I looked at, the ones from Spectrum, the wire comes right out the very top. So you would have been fighting with your wires and you couldn't stack them. So these ones will stack nice and easy this way without a problem. And then strap them all in and boom. So those are the batteries that we're going to run in this bad boy. And all that stuff will happen. Probably take it out tomorrow. Rip it around. And that's it for unboxing things today. That's all my cool stuff that I had to unbox. It's still kind of more fun than nothing. So let's go to this one again. So you should show off what you got.
What?
You got something new on your bench there.
Oh, yeah. I picked this up.
Yeah.
Not RC related, but could be RC related.
Well, it's totally meant to go on top of a fire team.
Yeah, fire team, like fire, like bam, bam. Let's go.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do they fit in the tray? Yes, Tim, they will fit in the tray.
I remember seeing way back in the early millennia, somebody put, I think it was an Emax, all aluminum Emax, and they put the gun on top, and it swiveled and moved in bit.
I remember a video of a guy mounting an M16 on the top of an X-Max. It was all black. He spray painted it all black, and then he went out there and he actually had it wired up on a third channel, the trigger and everything. I don't even know if you can see that video anymore.
No, it's probably
been pulled
in Canada.
Probably been pulled. That was first year the X-Max came out that I saw that video. So they better fit in the tray, Tim, because these are the exact same size as the batteries that they recommend, which are the ones that we have sitting on the bench.
How many are those milliamps?
5,300 each.
300.
5,300 60C discharge, and the Spectrum ones that we had were 5,000s with 50C discharge. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yes. We're gonna mount up this little dude. So I got this camera, right?
First person shooter.
Oh. So this is a tiny little camera the size of my thumb. And I'm going to mount this into, turn that down. Okay. I'm going to mount this into the rack inside the cage there. I could mount it with this guy. I can mount it in there with this little dude. Or there's another thing that I got that's got double-sided tape, but either or. This will get mounted in there, and it's going to be like a first-person view of a dude driving that little car.
That's what I was doing. I was in the middle of my rant with the RC and 10th scale.
RC scale, oh yeah.
10th scale. And also 10th scale.
Right? 10th scale and also 10th scale. And 10th scale. And this is also 10th
scale.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard to totally judge that.
Yeah, that's 10th scale. No, that's more like 8th scale, I think. And then, what else I got is 10th scale? Body.
This is 10 scale. This is 10 scale. This is 10 scale. No, they're not. They're totally different, man.
Where's that buggy body? Oh, well. Can't find it. We also have the 10 scale buggy kicking around here somewheres. And they say that's 10 scale too. And is it?
All right. Okay. So let's get into something else here. I'm going to pull this. You guys don't need to see anything else on my bench for a bit here. You climbing over the boxes over there? What do you think of that?
Ooh, cool. It's big.
That thing's huge, eh?
If you could paint it the color as our old one that got stolen, it kind of look like that one.
Yeah, you're right. It does, actually. It looks like our side by side that got stolen.
Huh.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's get into this guy here. So, new in RC this week.
What scale is this?
Just gotta let. That's a 1/8 scale.
The fire team?
Yeah. Can you turn the internet on until 7:30?
But this is 8 scale.
Yeah, sure. That's what they all say. But this.
If that is a quad, right?
Yeah.
I think you should take the width of it or the wheelbase.
It's closer to 5th scale.
Or all 3 of them. And see what scale it really is. I think it's like a 3rd scale.
Yeah. All right, let's get into this guy here. New. Okay, first thing we got Club 5 SCX6. They're making a set of LED lights to go on there so you can light up the night. Actually, light up your doors. They shine backwards onto your foot panels.
That way don't fall again. In.
Yeah, they actually, but they're bolted on. They're not stick on, so that's a nice feature. I think they look kind of cool. It's a neat accent. I'd probably do some color to them. I wouldn't do white. High Tech finally coming out with some servos again, releasing some new stuff finally. Low Pro. It's the DB77. It's fully waterproof, IP67 rating, which IP67, I don't know if that really matters that much when it comes to waterproof ratings, because all these other brands are waterproof just as much to me. Full metal case. It is, thank God, it is a 25 tooth spline.
They changed it.
It is finally a common spline count that everybody else runs. And then let's look at this guy. This is the Vesla 0.5.
Cool.
Rear-wheel drive class 1 true scale. So it's a 1/5 scale. It's coming in 2 versions. It's coming in a gas, 2-stroke gas, or a brushless. Now,
It looks cool.
that motor is literally the size of a Coke can. It is huge. Let's see what it says. There's a 780 kV brushless motor with a 200 amp ESC, all set up to run 8S out of the box.
Cool. Tim would like that.
Wheelbase is 22 inches. It is 24 inches wide, and the overall bumper to bumper is 36 inches, so 3 feet long. Weight is to be announced, because they haven't even said what the weight is yet. The mega shocks. So this is a 1/5 scale. So when you look at the pictures on this thing and you see the size of these shocks, they are huge, huge shocks. Because those wheels and tires you're looking at on there are the same size as you would find at a Baja 5B. So look at the size of the shock absorber. They're just monsters. So right now there's 2 places that they're going to be available that I've found so far in DDM. in the States and Taylor RC in the UK. Then we bump up to Charisma, who have come out with a 1989 Mitsubishi Pajero. I don't know. How do you say that? I'm not Mexican or Spanish. I have no idea. So this is on the MSA, or sorry, not the MSA. That's the little guy. This is on the SCA 1E 2.1. So what the 2.1 has is a chassis mounted servo. It's got a new designed anti-torque twist transmission. So basically your drive shafts are rotating in different directions so you don't get the torque twist happening. They say this is a fully licensed Mitsubishi body. It has injection molded scale details, which would be your mirrors and your front grille. LED ready light buckets, not LED lit light buckets, just ready.
They're ready for you.
Right? It's only a 9 kg Metal Gear steering servo, and it does come as an RTR with the 1400 milliamp nickel metal hydride battery. It's not a super great battery, but at least it is truly ready to run out of the box.
With a brushed motor.
Must have backed it up a bit.
Oh.
Oh, no.
So that thing actually looks pretty scale. Big, huge windows in it.
Right?
Not like that, make the wheel wells up to here, and then roof's gonna stay right there.
I must have bumped back a bit here.
We went all the way back.
I did. I went oops. There we go. There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
I bumped it. So yeah, that is the Mitsubishi. As you can see in the package, it does come with double A's, so it is truly ready to run. Exotech has made a solid slipper eliminator basically for the 6.3 B6.3. So if you want to run it with zero slip, there you go. This is the Power Hobby .050 motor. Big block with the motor mounting plate to fit the SCX24. So this is kind of like long block, not a big block, because this is a longer motor than the stock one would be. It's all wired and ready to basically be drop and play. The only thing they recommend with it is that you do need to modify the battery tray a little bit to make it fit. Now, also from Power Hobby is the SCX6 axle housings, aluminum axle housings. These suckers weigh the rear housing. Let me find the spec on it here. The rear housing weighs, the front is 500 grams and the rear is 386. So you're 886 grams, which is almost a kilogram. That's a lot of weight just in housings down low, which is good on a truck that size, right? So,
man, that thing's gonna be heavy. All these extra lights, extra axles. Oh,
everything about an SCX6 is heavy. And then Boathouse RC's released a bunch of upgrade parts. They've got some clutch pads. This is also for the SCX6 slipper pads. These are carbon fiber ones. They have released a all aluminum independent suspension mount system for the front to work with the IFS system for the Element Enduros. They have, what's the other one's coming up here? They have made an upgraded shaft. So this is for the X-Max. So a lot of people, Tim can vouch for this because he does it himself. A lot of guys with X-Maxes take out the stock spur gear and they like to put in a pinion gear that has a 8 mil center shaft, the larger, bigger ones that you'd find 1 mod and 1.5 mod, the big scale stuff, right? And basically use that as a spur gear. This is the adapter so they can do that. Just a boom, boom, bang, and out of the box it goes, and you're ready to go. Fits right into the factory stuff. Just makes it so you can put a pinion on. RC 4-wheel drive have released their super duper, really expensive, all metal 1/14 scale earth mover hydraulic truck loader. RTR. The ripper works, the bucket fully works, the tracks work, everything's metal. It is made by JD. It is not made by RC four-wheel drive.
Hydraulics are real.
Hydraulics are real. Yep.
That's how it moves.
Has a $3,600 US price tag, somewhere around there. And if you read the specs and everything on it, they will only accept two forms of money, and you have to pay an additional $300 on shipping on top of it to have it shipped to you.
Or you
Then,
can use a shovel.
or you could, use a shovel. Might be faster, actually. I don't know. It's got a decent sized bucket. RC four-wheel drive has also released a whole pile of aftermarket accessories for the 2021 TRX4 Bronco. So they've got a bumper,
Nice.
front bumper set, lit up with LEDs, rear bumper set, all made by CC Hand, a whole bunch of various side boxes and vent covers and grill guards and rub rails. And you go to RC four-wheel drive, you'll find all their new products. Side mirrors that actually have working LEDs inside that work with signals. These are the hood vents that would work on the top of the hood.
Oh yeah.
And just a whole whack. They just released a whole pile of stuff. Well, these are skid guards. So these are sleeves to go over top of your links so that your chassis links will slide a little easier, in theory.
It's like in that gunk.
Yeah. Instead of it binding up on the aluminum, chewing in. These would be the tailgate hinges for the back of the Bronco. Make them look more
Classy.
realistic instead of stickers. Side grills. So these are front fender vents, I guess is what they call them.
Keep the engine cool.
Mm-hmm. And then they also released 0.7-inch stamped steel beadlock wheels. And I cannot emphasize how small that is. It is the size of a dime. It's so tiny.
They're so tiny.
So tiny. And it's generally meant to go on their new 124 scale TF2. Drag Race Concepts has released another Duro, so another rubber compound out for their Axis tire. This is a 20. This is the softest compound they have. It is still a belted tire, and it is, from everything I've seen, the reviews I've heard, it is stupid sticky. So, everybody's talking about those Voodoos.
Yeah.
People are also talking that this is probably going to give those Voodoos a good run for its money. And it's available.
And available. I was just going to say that. And available.
And you're not paying $300 for a set. Biddy Design has released a new 1/10 scale GT body that they're going to keep on sneaking out little teaser photos for the rest of the month here until the end of the month. I'm betting by next week you'll actually see the full vision of it and see what it actually is. People are guessing that it's Corvette style. Other people are guessing that it's an Austin style. So it'll be interesting to see. Biddy always makes a really cool GT body. I like their bodies. They're pretty clean looking, and I like the style. And also Proline has leaked out a teaser. This is called the Victory tire. So these are meant to go on their the Vendettas and all of those, that scale car. Like, there's a lot of parking lot basher cars coming out lately with they're just basically a low profile style rubber that this has some tread to it, whereas the stuff that comes on the Vendetta is pretty bald, really. There's not really
not much tread there.
It would work on a hot pavement, but it wouldn't work in a loose, if there's a little bit of sand on there at all or anything. This is supposed to do better. This is just a leaker, though, so far. There's no actual information on it yet. So, well.
Even the wheel looks as Vendetta style.
Yeah. So then let's get into the next thing. This got leaked out. Well, not leaked out. This got released last minute. Traxxas and their new drag tree. It's not even a tree. I'm kind of disappointed. I'm disappointed because I think that they could have done a lot better myself.
The spotlight. I mean, starting light.
Yeah.
Blind your competitors.
It's basically all it really is a glorified blinking light. Oh, not blinking, sorry. But it's a light on a timer.
Yep.
So, it does work with the controller off of your Traxxas winch. All it does, though, is turn on. It doesn't have, there's nothing telling you at the other end who crossed the line first. It doesn't tell you what side. I don't even really so much care about whether or not there's a timing
Who
system
jumped?
involved. It
Who
doesn't
jumped?
tell you if you jump the light. It doesn't tell you anything. It literally sits there in the middle of the two cars and the light comes on. No different
Run out
than
their flashlight. Run out there like Big Chief.
Yeah.
Go out there with a flashlight and boop.
Right. So it might be a cheaper setup than running the DTS system or any of the other brands of systems that are out there. However, just like in the full-size scale world of it, you're going to have to invest in a bunch of GoPro-style cameras, action cameras, so that you have people sitting there watching both cars on the line to see who moved before the flashlight was turned on. Then you're going to have to have the same number of cameras on the other end of the track so that you can see who crossed the line first with the different cameras from multiple angles, because nobody ever gets one proper angle.
Well,
So
that
by the
even
time it's
happened.
all said and done, and you've spent all that money on all these action cams because you don't want to put a normal camera out there because that's probably going to get destroyed if it gets hit. So you put an action cam out there so it's a little bit more durable. Well, now you're up to the price of an actual proper timing system with the tree.
Yeah. And you don't have that dispute
Just a thought.
about who won. No, I beat you. No, you beat me. No, no.
Oh yeah, and
I watch Straight Outlaws. My guilty pleasure. I watch Straight Outlaws, and even with those high-speed cameras, last week's show, they couldn't tell who won.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, if you had a laser sensor in there, doesn't matter how close the race is at an NHRA track, they know who wins. Who jumped the light?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I understand what they're going for with this. So don't think that I'm dissing it a big time. Okay, that's a little crap. I'm dissing it big time. I think this is kind of dumb. I think they could have done better. They already had a really good timing system. I guess really good is temperamental, but they had a timing tree, an actual drag tree system. The only company that actually made one in an RC scale at a reasonable price. So why didn't they just work with that and make it better, or make it more portable, work out some of the kinks, get some of the stuff? I mean, I understand this, but this is I just don't think they should have developed this one first. I think they should have put out the other one, a better version of the other one. Yeah, that's my take.
They did a little bit of work on the app on it, and maybe make the lights a little bigger on the tree.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah.
All day, twice on Sunday. Maybe put an app where you can put the time printout slips would be cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like there are other apps out there. I've been researching for our U4 racing and stuff, right? Rock bouncing. There are apps out there that are timers. They're a break the beam style timer. So as soon as you break the beam, so you can start in the beam, and as soon as you break it, it starts. And then on the other end, when the beam is crossed, the timer stops. That will also relay back to your phone or whoever's on Bluetooth through right from the module. And everybody can get a screenshot of their time slip right on their phone. Everybody who's in a Bluetooth range, who's tapped into that Bluetooth, can see the same thing.
Huh.
Or you can actually email it to them and they can print it off at home. Whatever, right?
You can do it with the Traxxas app if you can figure out how to make it work.
Exactly. So it was a good system, and there's a lot of potential with the old system that they discontinued. And they really I think they should have just taken their time and developed that.
Yeah, I think they left the drag racing scene just in time for it to explode.
Yep.
Because I think they could have done well with their 3S funny car.
Absolutely.
Little tweaks on it would be great. They could also run the same chassis, make it longer for a top fuel car.
Yep.
And then actually made a proper size car for drag racing too. Not just go off of a Traxxas Slash, which is super wide.
Yep.
And you can't get the proportions right. You just can't.
No, I don't know. I honestly don't know if the reason they haven't really pursued this is because they didn't have or they don't have the rights to NHRA drag racing. Maybe there's some IP or some kind of rights that they don't have now to some timing system. So they developed it with them and now they're not allowed to use it because they don't have that partnership with them anymore. I don't know.
It might be because they did it with John Force, the Force family. Courtney Force.
However, I've got the timing system. I've got two of them here, and neither of them say anything about Force. They do say NHRA on them. They do not say Force Racing or any of that. They're not any actual drivers. They do say NHRA on them, though. So maybe there's a copyright issue there. Maybe there's a trademark thing, something. Who knows?
But sometimes you just got to bite the bullet and go for it.
Well, Traxxas has got a bit of a reputation for slaughtering people for doing the same type of thing. So I think that maybe they're afraid of, kicking a hornet's nest, maybe.
Well, they could just go and pay for it. Whatever the cost is, pay for it. Just like licensed bodies. Licensed bodies are more money most of the time.
Yeah, partner up.
And 2 because they can, and 3 because they can't.
There was a little squabble between them, and there's a reason why you don't see any more Gravedigger monster trucks from Traxxas or any of that style of monster truck. They have monster trucks now, but none of them are associated with actual full size anymore. And there's a reason why, which I'll tell you. They got sued hard. They got sued hard from everything that I've ever read and seen. They got sued bad and they lost. And I don't think Traxxas is used to losing on those types of things. So I think they got caught unexpected or a little bit off guard, didn't think that they'd get in as much trouble as they did. And I think it cost them a lot more money than they wanted it to. So that's probably the biggest reason. NHRA and monster trucks are all associated together, right? So because they lost that, and if they had the rights with the drag timing system with NHRA, then maybe that's the reason why they do not have anything going with that drag timing system. However, that doesn't mean you can't. I don't see any reason why they couldn't develop an RC drag timing system and use the stuff that they've learned from that and reapply it and make it better, make it work, right?
You could even have it go instant green and not time down, just bam, instant green.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, take that out, and even take out the time. Even just make sure no one crosses the line, no one jumps, and who won.
Yep, totally.
Make it even simpler, right?
Yeah, I would love to see a better timing system. I've looked at all the other brands of timing systems that are out there. Portatree and I was just looking at the other one. No, not Bumblebee. Roadrunner and some other ones. There's a bunch of other RC related ones. Every one of them is missing something. And when I say every one of them is missing something, I mean like either it doesn't have a feature, like it doesn't actually have a timing. It doesn't give you a time. It doesn't give you an ETA or whatever happened. Or it doesn't red light. Or it doesn't have a countdown. Or it doesn't have staging. Or it doesn't have a reasonable price, because $3,000 for a timing system for an RC racing, and I'm talking in Canada, I'm not talking the States, so $3,000, around the $2,000 mark US, which is not unreasonable. There's quite a few out there about that price. That's ridiculous.
That's starting. That's the starting price.
That's ridiculous.
That's their base model. They go up more.
there is not the money involved in sponsorships and racing in radio control to justify a timing system that expensive when it's 2 cars. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing when you're running, say, MyLaps or something, and the MyLaps system is everybody's got a transponder. They all work. The transponder has a registered number. It's on the system. It's all got this. It all works
Complex
together,
system.
right?
It's a complex system. It works together, and it works.
Yeah, and it works with, it posts up your results online, and you can go online and find your tracks results, and you can see who did what, and it records every track, every lap. It'll even, on some of them, on newer up-to-date systems, it'll even tell you where on the track they were roughly, right? Depending on how many timing loops they've got set up and all that kind of stuff, right? None of these drag racing systems do that.
Don't give you like a 60-foot.
No, nothing, right? They don't tell you what the G-forces were. They don't tell you any of that kind of stuff. So, they're not worth the ridiculous amount of money that they're asking for them. And I know everybody complains about price, but I think that's one of those things that's killing. I think it's slightly killing the drag racing side of things. Is that part of drag racing being unmanageable? And then you have Traxxas that releases a light. And that's their fix for the problem, because they want to call it true no prep and everything. But then those same guys that are running true no prep are still going to stick snot and glue on their tires and go up and down the track. So what's the difference, right? Like, all or nothing. Move, It's as my dad used to say, shit or get off the pot. So, anyways, that is my say about that. Now, Gord has sent me however many messages here now.
Oh God, about 5,000 messages.
Listen.
Hey, Travis, are you still there? Hey, buddy. Hey,
I
Travis.
sent you pictures. Hey, man, I sent you pictures. Okay.
Whoa, whoa. Wrong pictures.
Yeah, I better screen these pictures first, because that could be a bad thing. And I'm also going to tell you, Gord, every single time I go on to Facebook Messenger side of this, everything starts to glitch and go laggy. Okay, so we have some tiny. Let's see how far back am I going to go here. Okay, we'll go back to where you started showing me some pictures of your garage that you built. Make this bigger.
I have no garage. No scale garage, anyways.
No scale garage for you.
No scale garage for me.
No scale garage for you. I gotta remove this guy. Let's share
I'd
this.
have to have like one of those vending machines. All my cars.
All right, here we go. Now let's make this bigger. Can I make it bigger? So this is part of his scale garage.
This is where Teeter works on his car.
Yes. And lots of painting going on the floor of that garage. Right?
Yeah. Lots of cardboard down there. Scale cardboard.
Then we've got this is his barrage. He's got a set of lights on there and a sheriff's department, and I can't read the bottom of something city.
Down America.
Yep. Then we got the sheriff's department boat. And then we're gonna have the barrage obviously tow the boat. And some painted stuff. Some let's get back here.
So I don't think that boat's to scale though.
It could be, depending on what class of boat you're calling it. Looks like you wrapped the front bumper with some rope.
Rawhide. Aw. He took apart grandma's socks and wrapped the bumper.
Yeah. You took the wool from your grandma's socks. That's just terrible. Terrible. All right. So there we got boats. Okay, now let's get into. This is a Ford Raptor body. This looks like a 6x6. Yep. That he has mounted up. Well, it's not mounted up yet, is it? This is a die cast 6x6. I know what your plan is with this, though. You're going to change this up and turn it into, yeah. You're going to put this on that Atlas. Not the Atlas, sorry. You're going to put this on that Panda one, that Tetra.
Panda.
Look at that, working doors and everything. That's actually a pretty cool find.
Good find. Good find.
Good find. Good find. It's got a dirty bike in the back, too. That's cool. It looks like a Lego one. Oh, yes. Your old motor and your new motor.
Did you kill the old motor?
He killed the old motor.
Didn't you?
Old motor, new motor. Shininess, not so shiny. The garage full of stuff. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking you're going to put. I think you're going to put the body on this, and I think you're going to try and put it on this.
I don't think that's going to be right.
I might not be, but I know
I think
Gord
that's
well
it.
enough to know that he likes to cut and hack things. So if he wants to cut and hack things, he might make it work.
Or I might need to find a smaller RC to fit that on.
And then this is Gord's tire collection, or part of Gord's tire collection.
He too has a horde.
And rims and wheels. Yeah, he too has a horde. He's gathering a horde. It is, yeah, quite a bit smaller, eh? But that may actually work better because the Tetra, the Panda Hobbies Tetra that he's got is actually a 1/18th. So if you did an actual 1/24th scale 6x6 build off of a SCX 24 or something in a 1/24 scale line,
that'd be cool.
That body might work.
That'd be cool. But do they make a 24 scale 6x6? I can't remember.
No, not
an actual real one.
Somebody might make one, but it's not a very high end one that I've seen. I can't recall one that I've seen off the top of my head. Let's get down here. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, so that's all the pictures he sent me. I think. Let's see what this picture is. Yeah, no, that's the same picture. Yeah, so that's all the pictures he sent.
That's it.
It makes noises on the diecast. So that'll be a cool build. I think you can also, Gord, here's something you can look at. If that little die-cast body would fit on a Orlando style chassis, I do have the stuff at the store to do a pass-through axle, so you can do a 6x6 version of an Orlando. It's a smaller version, but if you did a 6x6 version of an Orlando, upscaled the parts like Tim has on his Rock Bouncer little Orlando, you might actually end up finding that wheelbase configuration you need to make that little diecast work. Just a thought.
Oh god.
Just shaking your head. So tiny.
So tiny.
Yeah, I'm still looking at this thing. I'm sitting here looking at this thing every time I sit down at the desk, and I'm like, I really want to get it done, but I'm scared to really get into it. I think I might actually go and buy a set of reading glasses so that I can like magnify in and see these tiny little things better, because it's so small. Everything on it is so small. But it's so cool. Like carbon fiber and aluminum and
pretty sweet.
Yeah, I mean it's not like it's a cheap little plastic thing, but I have to put in the rest of the front suspension still, which I'll get done here soon.
That brushless motor.
That brushless motor, which is so bad. Every time I look at that motor, I'm like, God, that is sick. That is so small and so sick and so cool. So.
So small. So small.
So small. And full lock on this thing, like you guys can see, like
It's sideways.
That's full lock. It's crazy on this thing.
It's just like the 10 scale ones.
Yeah, like it. There's
all the way.
There's a lot of steering in there. I saw a guy went and made these front spindles in 3D printed them. And I have a printer that would do those. So I think most of these parts on this I could actually 3D print on that style of printer because it's so small, it's not ever going to take a hard impact, really.
You'd hope not.
Yeah, I hope not. Yeah. Yep. Very cool, and I'm looking forward to getting this done. I got to pick a body, and I'm having a hard time deciding on a body. He sends me pictures. Chad sends me pictures of all these really cool bodies, and I want them all.
You want them all?
Because they're all really cool.
Well, maybe you need to put up a poll. Put a poll, have all pictures on there, which ones you could get.
That's a good idea. I'm going to put up a poll.
Do it.
I'm going to get all the pictures that Chad has sent me. I'm going to take a look at all of them, line them all out, and then you guys can decide and tell me which body should I put on that little chassis. He says it does fit like Mini Z style bodies as well, but I think I want to start with a Lexan body just to keep the weight down and see what it does. And then maybe,
drifter, don't you want the higher center of gravity bodies?
Yeah.
Not all the electronics that go on the roof. All
Yeah.
these drifters.
Yeah. This is true.
I don't know. I know for racing, you wouldn't want that at all.
You keep changing my mind.
So, like, for what I found when I did drifting, you do everything backwards from racing.
Well, I told you that the first time we set that car up, remember?
What?
Remember, it didn't want to drift. It didn't want to slide. So you just take every single setting you do to try and make the car stick to the track and reverse it.
Yeah. The front shocks in the back, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And it worked.
It worked. Worked
Right?
well.
It worked well.
But now I wouldn't be able to drive that thing anywhere because it's four-wheel drive, and
yes,
they don't take kindly to my kind around the drifting folks, anyways.
That's okay. We got our own carpet.
Drift wherever I want.
Yeah, our own carpet. I just got to lay it out wherever I want, and I'll just drift there by myself.
Yeah, I'll drive a four-wheel drive car.
I got one here too. I'll join you.
Mine actually drifts, so just saying.
Well, mine does too. It just doesn't have a motor in it anymore.
It happens.
Yours doesn't technically drift anymore either because it's been turned into a high CG rally machine, hasn't it?
Mind you, all you'd have to do is put the other shocks back on there, and bam, you're drifting.
You're back to normal?
Back to normal.
Yeah, this one will drift. I just got to put a motor back in it. I think the servo's still in it. I think everything else is still in it. I even have the body sitting up there, even though it's painted a horrendous green that I don't like. But whatever. Anyways, so that is pretty much all the stuff I got to talk about today.
Well, I got a little more to talk about.
You got a little bit more to talk about, and while you talk about that, I'm going to think about the other stuff that I want to talk about after. So take it away, this guy.
All right.
This guy.
As you know, the season is winding down for on-road carpet action. So if you haven't been out, or you haven't been out enough, now is the time, because if you put it off another week, you're not going to make it out. 3 more races. Get your stuff together. Come on out. Haven't hit the track yet? Come out. We're friendly there. We got a novice class for race day. If you want to race in there, no problem. Everybody's welcome.
Right. True.
Some guys want to drive some 17.5 touring car this weekend too.
This weekend.
Yeah.
Which guys?
Matt Lowe, Gert.
So they want to try and set up that other class and separate the classes back out again like they used to be.
Yeah. I think that we should almost keep the touring car stock, because if we got people traveling from anywhere, touring car stock's pretty standard throughout.
Mm-hmm.
And add on to the 17.5 class, but put a little stipulation in there. If you're going to drive the fast class, you can't drive scale spec.
Yeah, pick or choose.
Your two TC chassis, you can do TC stock, you can do TC super stock, they call it, 17.5, or you can do the 2.15 classes. You do the scale spec and the TC stock. That gives people a chance to move up,
right,
and get ready for mod in the future.
I see.
It keeps the fast guys out of the class that was supposed to be there for the up and coming racer, the pre-stock driver.
I agree. And we have how many more races this season?
3.
So we've got this weekend coming up.
Yeah. They've got 1 weekend off, and then their next 2 are back-to-back, because I'm gone after that. I can't make any races after that. So we put them back-to-back. The last race, we're going to have something special there for lunch.
Something special there for
Something special for lunch. Because that last one is definitely one you want to make.
Looking something up here.
And then you want to make the next one this weekend coming up, so then you can prepare for the last race, right? Get out there, get your cars all tuned up, get your 12 scale ready. Well, that's me.
Yeah, your 12 scale.
Yeah, I caught myself looking at the GT bodies. Then I looked to see what was in the warehouse in Vancouver, and they have a Corvette one.
Yes.
I was like, ooh, do I want that?
Okay, let's take a look here. I'm just double checking here on some rules. Just see you guys, because I see Gord is asking about the Fireteam, whether or not you can use it for bouncing, which you can't because it's just way too big.
Way too big.
So I've been looking at the rules, and I've been looking at what we ran for rules last year, which we were pretty lax on the rules last year, mostly because we want everybody to run. So I'm just going to basically simplify them out to be as close to this set of rules. I'll repost them up here this year once I get them all sorted out, exactly hashed out. But the biggest thing is the plastic RC class. So plastic RC is going to be plastic cage. Okay. Must be round tube or solid plastic chassis with the shocks mounted to the chassis. Okay. And the chassis must resemble a rock bouncer or Ultra 4 car. That's it. The max tire size is 6 inches tall. Must be shaft drive. Okay. And the lower transmission skid can't be any longer than 9 inches long. So basically, it has to be like the transmission skid plate that you would find on a Capra, a Wraith, a Bomber, whatever. It doesn't matter, but it can't be a full length chassis that you've stuck a cage on top of. Which basically means that my Twin Hammers doesn't fit in any of this class, but I'm retiring the Twin Hammers from.
Oh yeah, so now you're retired from Twin Hammers, so no one else can drive it either.
Well, no, I'll still bring it. I'm retiring it from the competitive categories. Same rules last year. If you go out of bounds, you could re-enter the course in the same place or lower down from where you went out off of the track. and you cannot proceed further up the track out of bounds. So basically, you can't come back on the track higher than where you left it. And there is no hand of God at all. You touch your car with your hand, you're done. You're DNF'd. One-to-one rock bouncing. The driver can fix any issues with his buggy and continue up the hill, but can receive no outside help. For the RC version of it, if you experience trouble, if your battery comes unplugged or something, you can fix the issue, but the buggy cannot be moved or rolled back over to work on it. So if it's sitting there with the four wheels on the ground, it has to sit there with the four wheels on the ground to change the battery. You can't pick it up, change the battery, and then put it back down. That's a DNF. Super simple stuff like that. And then when it comes down to wheels and tires, I don't really think there's any point in worrying about the size of the tires other than that's going to basically separate you into your categories. What size of tires? But last year we did 2.2s and 1.9s, and we weren't allowing 2.6s. This year, I think what we should do is we should have just the plastic cage and the unlimited.
Keep it simple.
Keep it real simple, and have an independent front suspension and a solid axle. That's basically it. Other than that, tire size, wheel size, I don't think there was a big enough difference in performance of each truck to justify making a big fuss about it, right?
No, I don't think so.
And then so there'll be more opportunities for guys to run. This is going to be the basic classes, because I'm just basing this off of the only actual set of rules for RC rock bouncing I've found anywhere online. Nobody really seems. They all have U4 rules, but nobody has rock bouncing rules.
I think you're missing one rule.
Which one?
Or one class, the two-wheel drive class.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. So there will still be an expo class. There will always be an expo class, because if you show up and you want to run something and you don't have the right stuff, we're still going to let you run the hill. I'm not going to stop you from running it.
I can still come out and play.
You can still come out and play.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't count.
You just don't qualify for the prizes. Right? But that's okay. We're fixing that this year, because you're going to get an actual rock bouncer this year. Right?
Yeah.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
So that's just to straighten that out, so you guys understand. I don't care what you have as long as it's a caged vehicle. And the shocks need to be mounted to the chassis. So
I like to add one extra rule in there.
Mm-hmm.
If you become unable to control your vehicle, you'll be asked to stop immediately.
Okay, let's clarify that. The reason for that is because now our events are all going to be sanctioned by Okanagan RC.
Yeah.
And if we're going to be sanctioned by Okanagan RC, it's the same thing as with the monster truck racing and any other form of racing. If you can't operate in a safe manner that won't get us sued, then you can't run. So that's simple.
It'd be asked to, well, you're not be asked, you'd be told to stop what you're doing right now, and you're done for the night.
Yeah. There's racing incidents. That's a different story. But if it's something where you've been warned once and it keeps happening, you're going to get shut down and be disqualified.
You're out of here!
If you get disqualified, this will be a standing rule for all events that I'm involved in sponsoring. If you get disqualified from the event that you're at, you can't enter the next one the following week either.
Give you a real good timeout.
Because if you get disqualified in the last race of the event you're at, who cares? So you won't be allowed to enter the next week's race either. That'll be your bad.
Yeah.
You slap on the wrist.
Mind you, we didn't have issues
I like that anyways.
at all.
But we got to put it out there so that if anybody, it's out there. So all the guys that are running now are all good as it is, and we haven't had any issues, so it hasn't been a problem.
I don't
We
want
want to lay
issues.
it out there so that everybody is aware of it, and that's the way it's going to be. Be very fully transparent on the way the rules are going to be right from the start. Anything else?
That's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
If anybody needs a big ass cage, let me know. I've got this standing by.
can you ever figure out what that's for?
I'm thinking, well, it has like the little holes in the front to mount it to.
Right?
Between the rails here, it's like 23 and a quarter. That's from mount point to mount point. It's a little mount point here, mount point here.
Mm-hmm.
It has 2 holes there, 2 holes there, and that's how it mounts.
Yep.
I think we'll bring this down and showing it to Tim. So I'm thinking it might be Savage base, maybe like a Savage XL or something.
Cord wants that cage. Cord always wants that cage.
It's huge. It's heavy duty. It's steel.
Oh
That's
yeah,
more
and
potential, but I don't think I've done nothing with it for 10 years.
so last week we did bench wrenching, right? This week we'll be doing bench wrenching tomorrow again, because guess what? Kids don't have school on Friday, so yeah. We, all you guys that we said we're getting the little micro servos, the little keychain servos. Shit, I don't have any left here now. Anyways, they're at the store, so swing by. Ryan will give them to you, and if we need more, I'll get more and leave them at the store. I left like 4 or 5 there, I think. So
Nice.
Gord, I have a plan for that cage. Always has a plan for those things, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it for this week, and that's all the cool stuff that we've opened up. Tomorrow I'm going to build that guy, get the wheels and tires and everything up and going on it, and actually get it in running order. Tomorrow I'm also going to go. What are you trying to see what that is?
What is that?
That's my belly dragger.
Ah,
It's a Reaper chassis with Vanquish axles on it and a Spectrum crawler combo, just because I want to try it out and see what it's like. So should be good. I've run it around on the floor with a different set of tires on it, and I just needed to change it up so I could put the proper wheels and tires on it that I want to run. Then I got to paint the body. So I needed to get some better paints to paint the body because I was out of the colors I wanted. And that'll be it.
cool.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting at home doing homework
Tomorrow?
all until it's done.
Until the end
Tomorrow,
of time.
probably Friday.
Until the end of
I have
time.
tomorrow too. My computer.
That's because you want to go play all weekend, right?
Yeah, I want to play all weekend, so I gotta get it done.
And also your computer let you down.
Yes.
Yes.
Twice.
Well, if anybody wants to pitch into the Get Aaron a New Computer Fund,
It is a new computer.
donations are getting accepted. He might do something on GoFundMe. Oh, no, he's not going to do anything on GoFundMe. Well, if you do something on GoFundMe, you'll never see the money. Got to do one of those other groups. Or you could just, if you really want to fund him, you could just go give him cash so he can buy a better computer.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know what happened. I was working on the project. I saved it to the cloud. I think it's because that wasn't the cloud, it was the OneDrive. And somehow it just didn't want to open. So I go to the hard drive unit. Like I saved it here too. I can see it. Click on it. Won't load because of blah, 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 blah. What?
Scott
Russian
wants to know what
hackers.
else we're doing tomorrow. I'm going to run the Fireteam tomorrow. Just so you know. I'm just going to find somewhere to go run it a bit. No, I'm not going to take it to a skate park and bend it in half because It's Scott's. I don't want to wreck Scott's truck. I'm going to beat the hell out of it, but I'm not going to bend it in half. So
You're going to drive it like a Sunday church day. Nice and easy. 3S, maybe 3.5.
I don't go to church on Sundays.
That's why you're driving.
I go to dirt church. That's about it.
Just going for nice Sunday stroll. Nice and easy.
Right? We'll test out these batteries, see how much jam they've actually got, and just get some run video. I want to see how this thing runs. I want to actually feel and see how this truck handles on an actual track. I don't want to take it to a skate park and launch it off of ramps, because that's not really what it was made to do. It would be cool to take it down to Kelowna and try it out at the actual track down there.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not sure if I want to go all the way down there to find out that it's all muddy. I'll wait until after the weekend, and I'm going to swing by there on the weekend and check it out. See what
we should.
And then maybe go on Monday or something, or Sunday or something. Not Sunday, but Monday next week, or Tuesday next week, or whatever. Oh, and also, I have a run video of the Corrali Skeeter, whatever, that I got to edit up and do. That thing was surprising. It actually did. It held its own against the Max without.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No broken steering servo stuff.
Nothing broke, and I ran it. I let Keenan run it, and Micaiah actually ran it. My daughter. And Micaiah has no experience running a car on 4S or a fast car, period. And she was beating the hell out of that thing in the parking lot. Doing donuts with it and jumping it over the snowbanks and everything, and she thought it was great. So,
and then I drive the other truck and I wreck it in what, 10 seconds? Must have been a flaw in that part. Must have been.
It's the Max. I'm just reading what Gord's got here. Getting an Arma hopefully before the weekend. What Arma are you getting? Gord.
The new one that came in.
No, Gord's
that came in. I seen you had 2 of them come in.
Oh, the Vortec.
Yeah.
Vortec's actually a pretty good chassis. It's basically like it's Arma's version of the Rustler, really. Oh, Big Rock. Yeah. Is it the old school Big Rock or the new school Big Rock?
Oh, God. Is it 6S, 8S, 3S version?
Scott says the rift broke on him in 3 minutes. I don't think that this is... I've watched a lot of videos and I haven't seen anybody break this thing yet, so I'm pretty sure it's probably going to run fine. I'll try not to lid skid it too much. I won't let Aaron drive it. Don't worry.
Come on.
And I got paddle tires for you.
Sweet.
These guys. These are for Aaron.
Yeah.
These are for Aaron to put on his buggy. They got some pretty decent scoop to them.
Should wrap.
No. So yeah. I mean, I'm really hoping that the snow is going to be gone here soon. But, you know.
We're supposed to get snow all the rest of the week now.
Hey?
We're supposed to get snow the rest of the week. Little bits.
You think so? Yeah, little bits, but I don't know if it's going to stick. Because it gets so freaking warm. It was like 9 degrees today. Well above zero. My driveway was slippery as hell. Slippery as hell. Like, couldn't walk down it slippery. And my driveway's like this. So you stand there and slide on your feet all the way to the bottom. So anyways, that's going to be it for us. We're going to call our night tonight. And if anybody has any questions or anything, tune in tomorrow. What are you going to work on, Aaron? Oh,
I
you
don't
know what I know what you're going to work on. I know exactly what you're going to work on. Just got to find it. Where the hell did I put it?
I think I got this guy to work. Oh, I got this thing to work on still.
You got a winch you got to put back together.
Yeah. I didn't get it back from you. I didn't get it from you yet.
Yeah. Well, I'll be in tomorrow. I'll drop it off at the store or whatever.
I got this guy here to work on too.
Yeah, I got to find my parts. I still haven't found them. So yeah, Scott, I'm going to work on that. I'm probably going to finish putting together that. If I find those parts, they're in a bag somewhere in one of my many piles of bags of parts. Then I can finish putting the Yeti back together, and then I'm going to finish getting that guy up and going so I can get it out on the snow or something. I'll find something to work on. I got lots.
Got lots in your collection.
I got lots. Yes, Gord, I know it's Thursday tomorrow. I mean tomorrow, because kids do not have school tomorrow or on Friday. And so I am probably going to book out Friday afternoon, evening, and go do something with my family to get them out of the house, because last week I went to the coast without them and they weren't very happy about that. So my kids weren't happy about that. So this week I have to make it up to them. So we will be doing our bench wrenching on Thursday night, because it's basically it'll be Thursday night the following week too. Probably. Maybe. If I do it at all. Because guess what? Kids don't have school on Thursday and Friday of next week either.
Oh, God.
They have a 3-day week next week. 2-day week. Yeah, they're off on Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, my chiropractor was telling me about this. It is a 2-day week.
Yes, they're off. That's right. They're
because
off
originally they had
this weekend.
Something to do with the
PD.
Winter Games or something.
Yes, the BC Winter Games. That's what it was. So they're off on Friday. Then there's Saturday, Sunday. They normally be out. Monday is supposed to be family day, so it's a stat holiday. Which, by the way, there's like a outhouse race going on here in Lumbee, where they put up outhouses on skis and race them down a hill. So I have to go watch that because it sounds like a shit show. And then they go back to school for Tuesday and Wednesday. And then they don't have school on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And that brings us almost to the end of February, right? Then they go back to school for like 2 weeks.
Spring break.
And then the last half of March, they have spring break. I'm surprised. The kids don't go to school anymore. Yeah. Do you think they go to school? I don't think they go to school. I don't remember having anywhere near that many days off for school.
No.
Lucky kids. Lucky, lucky, lucky kids. So, all right, that's it. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, weekend trackside.
Tomorrow, I will post up the live stream time and everything in the morning so that you guys can all get a notification. Remember, if you tune in on YouTube, it will ring a bell and tell you and remind you. So take a look at it from YouTube if you want. All right, guys. We will catch you later. Have a good one. Thanks for coming, and see you next time.